Gautam Sharma here from FlyItWright. We have Zach Milton here with us. And Zach is from Pecan Plantation, which is an airpark. Now, it's a community for pilots and airplane owners. Correct me if I'm wrong, Zach.
Yeah.
So every house is going to have a hangar where people can park their planes, and all of them are going to be connected to a runway. So we're right now flying around the property, and we're capturing some photos and videos. And Zach is going to talk us through about what Pecan Plantation and Airpark is.
Yep. Yeah, so basically Pecan Plantation is an amenity community. We have gated entrances, golf courses, 2 air parks. We have marina to the lake, multiple riverfront parks. We're basically selling the land now adjacent to the newer runway, which is the landings. And they're 1.5 acre lots with all the utilities, so water, sewer, electric, and high-speed internet. Use any builder and build whenever you're ready. But kind of with the shortage of hangars and the way the real estate market's going, a lot of people are buying the land now and planning to build over the next 3 or 4 years, but some people are buying and holding it just as an investment as well.
Got it. So you have, lands and lots, and you also have units which are being sold here, right?
We don't have any just specific units yet. It's basically for the home and a hangar. We're trying to get something worked out where there is just hangars, but for now it's homes and hangars. So you have to have a 2,000 square foot minimum home, and then really any size hangar on top of that. A lot of recreational pilots, a lot of professional pilots, American Airlines captains, guys that are based out of DFW or Love. We'll make we're about an hour from DFW, 1.5 hours from Love. So a lot of those guys live out here, being that there is 2 airstrips. It'll be the largest air park in Texas, top 2 or 3 in the country. So it's a gorgeous setting. We're right in the middle of the country. So you can really go anywhere in the country pretty easily from where we're at here.
So we're right now flying above Granbury Lake right here, and looks like the airpark is at the south end of the lake right there.
Yeah.
So do people also have a lot of recreational activities going on in the lake for people in the airpark? Is it connected?
Yeah, absolutely. So our community features a marina right on the south end of the lake. So there's storage there for boats, a boat ramp, fuel station, fishing supplies. The lake goes up for about 12 miles up into downtown Granbury, and then beyond the dam, which we're flying past here, it becomes the Brazos River. And the Brazos River surrounds Pecan Plantation for miles. So we have riverfront parks, the marina. There's 4 different access points to 2 different bodies of water. So plenty of stuff to do on the lake as well.
I also see another reservoir here pretty close.
Yep.
Oh, it's the Silva Creek. How do you say it?
The Squaw Creek Reservoir.
Squaw Creek, sorry.
Yeah.
It's kind of looking really pretty here. So tell us a little more about Pecan Plantation specifically. How long has this airpark been there? And,
sure.
A little bit of the history for people who are interested.
So basically, the Anthonys bought this property in the 1940s. It was the largest pecan orchard in the country from the 40s till the 70s. In the 70s, that's when they established some of the amenities. They installed a marina, the first golf course, and then in the 90s, in the original runway, which is the Pecan Runway. Fast forward to today, there's now 2 golf courses, 2 air park runways, all the other amenities, but it still is an operating pecan orchard. So there's over 50,000 pecan trees on the property. The farm still does harvest some pecans every fall. They have a chocolate factory on property where they do coating of the pecans and gift packages, and they'll ship it, coast to coast, anywhere in the country. But that's all still done here on site, and there's over 60 miles of roadway and over 3,000 homes within the property. Between the 2 runways, there's about 400 homes that'll access the 2 runways.
Got it. So I think that's the first runway, right? That's the original.
Yep. So that's 0TX1, which is the Pecan Plantation runway. That's the original one. That's more of home, like hangar homes, whereas the landings is, say, a little bit nicer homes with hangars. It's newer. You can find homes and hangars in here for $650 up to $1 million, and then the landings is usually dollars and above for that. So
this looks pretty. So these are all like hangar homes, or?
Yep. Hangar homes, kind of attached. People living out of the hangars.
Wow. Okay. Oh, people live out of the hangars?
Yeah. So you can build livable space out of the hangars on the older runway. Do like a hangar dominium. In the landings, the new air park, you have to do a 2,000 square foot minimum home plus a hangar, and they have to match aesthetically with similar brick, stone. So it's one of the nicer air parks in the country, being that there are some architectural guidelines that you do have to meet.
Right.
But
Wow.
then east of the landings Airpark, which we're flying over right now, it's nothing but pecan trees for about 2 miles till the end of the property. So the property actually straddles 2 counties. We're in Hood County now,
Okay.
and then at the end of the property, it becomes Johnson County. So
Okay.
out there, we do have the ranches. So properties that go all the way up to 7 acres. Folks can have horses, have like a stable on their property. So whether you're into golfing, flying planes, riding horses, boating, we pretty much got it all covered here.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, that's true though. You know, I've not seen a lot of airparks right next to a lake with boat access. So this is like pretty neat. I mean, looks so beautiful from right here. And the pecan trees and anyone who loves flying, you know, if you guys are into aviation, you probably have to check out, you know, landings, which is 66 Tango Echo.
Yes, sir.
If I'm
Yep.
right. It's pretty right here.
I mean, there's thousands of trees. They're all perfectly in line, and they all have irrigation to them as well. There's a ton of deer, wild turkeys, a bunch of wildlife on the property. And we're by far the fastest selling aviation real estate in the country. We sold over 100 lots in the last year. So it's going pretty quick, and you're able to get in now before the roads, which is kind of an advantage going forward to kind of capture some of the appreciation for the coming years. Being that we're right outside of Bravo airspace kind of is a real appeal for pilots here in the local areas. You're close to DFW, but you're outside of that Bravo airspace, so a lot more kind of freedom and whatnot out here. And, you know, there's tons of airparks in the area, but there's no airparks that have, you know, the rivers and the lakes and all that, so it's a pretty special place.
Yeah. And that's a great point too, because you know with the DFW Bravo, and for a lot of you who don't know, it's I think the 3rd or 4th busiest airspace in all of the world.
Yeah.
Not just the United States. Now the amount of airplanes that come in and out of the Bravo airspace is significantly high. So being close to that Bravo, but not inside of that Bravo, is a great advantage.
Yeah, I think we're 10 miles outside of the Bravo and about 60 miles from DFW airport. So, yeah, I mean there are some captains and pilots that live here that'll fly to DFW as their commute. It's about an hour and a half drive, but sometimes they'll take their personal planes and go fly for a few days.
Wow, that's what a cool job it would be, right?
Yeah.
Take a personal plane from here, fly to DFW, and then fly American Airlines or any other airline. Yep. That's incredible. That's so nice to know. The dam here is beautiful too, by the way.
Yeah, I think they actually harvest some energy there, and then a cool feature about our property is we actually own the water rights to the Brazos River. So once the water crosses the dam, it's pumped to all the trees on property. So even when we have hot, dry summers, the property stays pretty green. The golf courses stay green. There's enough irrigation on property to run from downtown Granbury to downtown Chicago. There's thousands of miles of irrigation. And then when people go to build their house, they can tap into that irrigation at a third of the cost of the city water. So definitely a cost saver long term when you're on multiple acres and you have to water that. It's definitely a great feature to have. So
that's true.
So when you do buy a property here, there's no time frame to build. So a lot of people are buying it as an investment, holding it, and then once the airpark is sold out, which it should be by the end of the year, a lot of people will then maybe resell it for return on investment. But people that live in DFW or even outside the state are still members. So we have hotels on site, campgrounds where you can fly in, stay at the hotel, stay at the campgrounds. You don't necessarily have to have a home here to still be a part of the community. Fly in, come golf, come go to the lake. So there's features to be had without even building a home. So
that's quite nice to know. You know, it's going to be a great investment for people who can do that kind of investment, because pretty sure the prices are going to go up.
Yeah, I mean we've seen prices go up just in the last year, kind of I'd say 10 to 15% every 6 months or so. Just as we push roads in, as roads finish, as more phases open up, we kind of creep pricing up because demand is just going up and up. People even in Fort Worth and as close as Granbury still don't know that this is here. So now that word's spreading out, I think this is soon. Us and Spruce Creek in Florida are going to be the top 2 airparks for the whole country. So we're in a really good position here.
Yeah, so all Florida folks, Spruce Creek fans, you got a tough competitor coming up here, right in Texas, and it's gorgeous.
I think Spruce Creek has about 1,300 homes, so we're never going to reach that point. It'll never be as packed as Spruce Creek. But I think Spruce Creek has a golf course, but we have the marina, we have equestrian center. So some pilots have wives or daughters or whatever that might be into equestrian. We have that. We have archery ranges. So, you know, no matter what their kids might be into, we have pickleball courts, tennis courts, basketball, all that here on property. Everything's a golf cart ride away. So even if, you know, the husband's a pilot, the children are into other things, we've got all sorts of activities covered here. And it's a real community feel too. There's, you know, camps in the summer, different arts and crafts festivals and bake sales and different parties going on. So it's a real community. It's more than just the airstrip. To be in the Airpark, it's a $255 a month HOA. So it's $199 for Pecan and then an extra $55 to be in the Airpark. That includes golf, includes trash pickup, road maintenance, taxiway maintenance, station maintenance, plus 24-hour security. We have fire and EMS teams on site, and then you have access to all the amenities. So you're not paying city tax. It's a 1.3% property tax. So what you're not paying in the city tax, you're paying for the HOA, but you actually get, you know, quite a bit. Grocery store, gas station, and all the amenities right at your fingertips for $255 a month. So
that's a steal deal, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's $7-8 a day basically, and you can golf, and there's 4 restaurants on site, and plus, you know, fire and EMS being right at your back door. That's, you know, just peace of mind. That's hard to put a price on that.
So if you're interested, definitely check it out. It's gorgeous, and especially if you're an aviation enthusiast, you should check it out. It's one of the best air parks in the country. And if you want to know more about the Pecan Plantation Airpark, contact Zach right here. I'll put his number on the screen, so give him a call, give him a message. He's great. He can give you a complete download of what the property is in like 15 minutes, like he did to me right now.
Yep.
So definitely reach out to him.
We actually do have a virtual tour feature too, where if you're out of the state, I can do a Zoom meeting with you and show you the property. We did a drone flyover, and you can see the spots and all the amenities just from a Zoom. So check out our website, pecanplantationland.com, or I'll put my number here on the video, and you can call, text me anytime, and I'm happy to show you all around. And if you want to fly out, we can put you up in the hotel on site and give you a tour of the community and see if you one of the lots. So
thanks for inviting me, Zach, to this property. It's beautiful to fly around here. Pretty sure I'm going to come again. I'm going to bring my friends too to check it out, but it's just gorgeous. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming out.
Landing traffic, Skahog 21706, final 35, full stop landing.